Stoop Stories.
Hey, welcome back to Stoop Stories. We're here with my man LaDrew Murrell, business coach at Southwind, and I'm Josh Herron, CEO at Southwind. We have a very special episode for you. And just a reminder, this is season 2, so we're only going 5 minutes here.
Action-packed, so make sure you're tuned in and actively listening.
Yeah, and talk about actively listening. We're talking today about engagement. And when I want to talk to you about engagement, I want you to think of it in these terms. Being focused and in the moment. The power of full engagement.
Without full engagement, it is impossible to achieve your goals, because ultimately what it takes to achieve what you're striving for is being fully engaged so that you can capture the necessary information to succeed.
Yeah, I think over a day, a period of a day, a human being is either engaged or disengaged hundreds of times, maybe thousands of times a day. The more engaged you are, the more probable you are to have success. And here's how this works, okay? So if I'm driving down the street, okay, and I'm driving and my eyes are completely focused in front of me, the likelihood of me having an accident is unlikely. Would you agree?
Highly agree.
Now I pick up my phone and I start texting while I'm driving. The likelihood of me having an accident just increased exponentially because my focus was diverted in a different direction. Okay, so when you're at work or when you're really doing anything that you care about, anything that you want maximum output, your ability to focus is going to be it's going to predict your success. How focused you are, how engaged you are, is going to determine how successful you are.
Man, that's huge. Right now, I would assume that people's minds are drifting and maybe they're not capturing everything being said because they have a lot on their mind, such as that text message that comes in while you're driving. So here's a couple of things that I use as indicators to, 1, know that I'm engaged, and 2, strategies to stay engaged. Number 1, whoever's speaking, I track the speaker with my eyes, making eye contact, and if it's a presenter, I am tracking the speaker as they move. The second thing that I'm doing is I am taking notes during that engagement to stay engaged, capturing the information that's being said. And thirdly, I always repeat what I hear being said so that my mind doesn't drift thinking about the things that are on my mind at the time.
Yeah, and if you're worried if somebody's not engaged with you, ask them, what did you hear me say when I just talked to you? That'll give you an understanding of how engaged they were during that period of time when you guys were working together. Another idea I would have for you, put your phone away. Because your phone is probably the thing that distracts you most and keeps you furthest away from being engaged, what ultimately pushes you further away from having success. Because I'm here to tell you one of the number one principles to success is full engagement. Being in the moment and capturing all of the knowledge and all of the information at that time so you have better ability to make decision making and the better ability to make the right decision when it comes about.
Yeah, so ask yourself, when you are in a one-on-one encounter or receiving information, are you thinking about what you want to say next? Are you thinking about what the speaker is saying so that you can capture the necessary information to come up with a strategy to develop the next best step?
Okay, so today you're going to go and have a conversation with somebody. Maybe it's your wife, maybe it's your girlfriend, maybe it's a coworker or a colleague. And you're going to catch yourself wanting to divert your eyes from that person and divert your ears and listen to other things in other rooms. Everybody gets everybody gets disengaged from time to time. That's just normal. I get disengaged 100%. I'm not perfect, but I feel like my ability to go from disengaged to re-engaged is really, really good. And I think that it's one of the reasons that I have some success when it comes to like having the right decision when it's time to make it. So if I'm talking to the listeners out there, you're going to be disengaged today. There's going to be something that pulls your attention away. Don't worry about it. Work on getting re-engaged and try to focus on noticing when that happens.
There you go, season 2.
Stoop Stories.